Blessed day, good morning, Kuyamore. Have all the blessed grace of the day. I miss you. It's been a long time since we were teaching. You are welcome to like, to comment, to subscribe to our channel. Comment, like, subscribe, encourage, ask questions to encourage us to bring more teaching. We are still on spiritual alienation. This is the last part. I've received a lot of questions. I've received a lot of questions on WhatsApp, on Facebook, on the email, on the SMS, via call. Many people identify themselves with the spirituality and the alienation in it. That is brought to us by various civilizations around that, including religion. We cannot shy away from it. We are not against religion, but those are the facts that we need to raise in order for us to understand where we are and where we are going. So in our previous, for those who didn't follow us, in our previous teaching, we did study about spiritual alienation. And I'm going to try to revise some points in order to enable all of you to be on the same chapter as the last one. So first we started and say spiritual alienation is confiscating your spirituality through customized religion belief. It's a common fact that many people didn't choose their religion. They inherited their religion like they inherited their parent state. That is a fact. You didn't choose to be where you are. But because you are born in a certain family, and that family, it belongs or practice a certain religion, automatically, you identify yourself with it. But today you are asking yourself questions. You don't find solution to your problems. You don't get the answer to the real issues that you are facing as a human currently. What is the problem? The problem is spiritually alienated. There are things you can eat, there are things you can do, things you cannot do, things you cannot eat, even though they can be beneficial for you. I'm not going to enter into detailed debate regarding those who are fundamentalist religious people. As we believe in the power of spiritualism, we believe in the freedom of spirituality. We are the free-spirited people. And then, at the time, we believe that we are practicing spiritualism. Well, we are practicing dogma of religions. At the time, we believe we are communicating with the higher self. Sorry? Well, in reality, we are not communicating with the higher self. We get the impression that we are doing that. That is our first spiritual alienation. And we are going to go to our second point, which is destroying the culture, patrimony, and self-identity by labeling old and young people with witchcraft. It's a common cause that many religious people, even spiritualists, today, they intend to shift the blame of your mistake to someone else. They attract you with religion in order for you to be alienated. For example, you are having a problem to conceive. You may be having a problem to find a job. You may be having a problem to stabilize your love life as you are following me now. You might be having a problem to stabilize your health. You have compromised health system. Now, when you go, the religious, they do not want to look at it spiritually and bring you responsible of your actions. They take the blame, they shift the blame to someone else. This one is doing this one is doing that. Without telling you why this person has the power to do whatever they are doing in your life. I believe that is your main question. Why them, not you? Why them they need to have an advantage over you? Why them they need to have a go ahead over you? Those are the kind of things that we are dealing with. Those are the kind of things we call spiritual alienation. You are alienated by your religion, by your church, by your mosque, by your synagogue, by your temple, because they deprive you the spiritual essence of whatever that you are believing in by giving you principle to follow, like you are going to school. When they tell you 1 + 1, it gives you 2. The reason you have been victim of witchcraft, the reason you might be victim of curse, the reason you might be victim of whatever that is affecting you now is because you have neglected your spirituality. The same way we are feeding our body, the same way we are dressing, warm up our body. We arm our emotions with love, with hatred, with joy, with tears, sadness. So how do we feed our spirituality? Your spiritual being is weak. That's why things are not working. Many people do not realize that in this current life, we are subjects of reincarnation. You don't believe it, your religion doesn't preach it, that is your problem. But I'm telling you, because I'm able to prove in whatever religion you are, that reincarnation did happen. It's written in your book and it teach in your temple, in your church, in your synagogue, just that they remove the focus of your attention to that. It can be because some of the people are teaching you are also ignorant, or they do it purposely to keep you alienated. That's why we are talking about spiritual alienation. That's why we are opening the eye of the blind, the spiritual blind people. That's why I'm talking to you who have understood that is not denomination that's going to solve your problem. Your problem is spiritual, and you need the spiritual solution to your problems. You need to be serious about your life. No one else, look at me. I'm telling you, nobody else will care about your well-being than yourself. Are you ready? And we continue, we say, suppressing the capacity of thinking with the order of believing in whatever you are told, but not seeing. You've been taught a lot of things. How about a lot of things? What have you seen? You've been preached, you've been prayed for. You've been told a lot of prophecy and reading in your life. What have you experienced as positive or beneficial to whatever you're expecting? You still have the same struggle. Each year they give you good promises. They tell you good horoscope. Very, very good prophecy. If you get the result, those are spiritual alienation. You go, you are told on what to believe, how to believe, what to do, when to do it. Without people taking into account that you, as a spiritual being, you come in this reincarnation with a purpose and a mission. Who told you that your purpose and mission is the same as mine? Or the same of your church leader, or your synagogue leader, or your temple leader, or your mosque leader? The day will be before the high spirit. It's going to be an individual call, which you need to answer. Because you are like a special agent in a mission in this world to fulfill. I am fulfilling mine. By bringing this last to you, either you accept it or you refuse it, but I'm telling it to you as it is. And we are going to our prayer chapter. The last chapter, the last point was killing any spiritual light by imposing a customized spiritual identity with civilization, law, and media. Today, It can be religious leaders, spiritual leaders, world leaders, society leaders, wherever community leaders. Civilization have imposed a certain way of behaving, a certain way of living, a certain way of thinking, a certain dress code. Those are what we call alienation. So those who didn't follow us, that was the resume of our past teaching. I hope those who want to go to listen more into details, you can go to our old videos and check them. You are welcome to subscribe. You are welcome to share. You are welcome to ask questions about anything that is making you, is challenging you in your life, or is making you confused at the spiritual level. Is your humble servant, Spiritualist Master, Roger Katapena. Let's meet in our second and last part of this last step of the spiritual alienation. This last part of the spiritual alienation, and enable you to find a solution. Have a blessed day. Remain tuned. Let's meet now. Be blessed.